Good morning, class. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating celestial event called an eclipse. Before we start, here are our learning objectives for today's lesson. To understand the phenomenon of eclipses, distinguishing between solar and lunar eclipses. Explain the positions of the Earth, Moon, and Sun during different types of eclipses. Construct models to simulate the movements of the Earth, Moon, and Sun, demonstrating the mechanics of eclipses. Before proceeding to our lesson proper, kindly answer Learning Task 1 for your diagnostic test. In this activity, kindly read each questions carefully and write the letter of the correct answer. Let's proceed with the analysis of Learning Task 2. Click the link provided below to access the task. You'll identify the type of eclipse displayed in each image by choosing the correct option from the provided selections. Drag your responses to the designated space. Hello again, my dear learners. How are you? Have you experienced being in dark and bright places? Do you observe that somehow behind you is something dark portion that is formed on the ground? If yes, that is a shadow. A shadow is formed when an opaque object is hit by light. This shadow formation is related to an astronomical phenomenon called eclipses. Have any of you ever seen an eclipse? What did it look like? How did it make you feel? An eclipse happens when one astronomical body moves into the shadow of another, causing a temporary dimming of light. This rare and beautiful phenomenon allows us to understand more about the interactions between the Earth, Moon, and Sun. Let's dive into the different types of eclipses and discover what makes each one unique. Let's start with solar eclipses. A solar eclipse occurs when the Moon passes between the Earth and the Sun, blocking some or all of the Sun's light. There are three main types of solar eclipses: total, partial, and annular. A total solar eclipse occurs when the Moon completely covers the Sun. This is a rare and awe-inspiring event because, for a brief period, it becomes as dark as night in the middle of the day. The Moon fully blocks the Sun, casting a shadow on Earth. Imagine you are outside on a sunny day, and suddenly, it becomes dark. This actually happened on August 21, 2017, when many people in the United States experienced a total solar eclipse. For a few minutes, it was as if night had fallen in the middle of the day. Cool, isn't it? Moving on, in a partial solar eclipse, the Moon only covers part of the Sun, making it look like a bite has been taken out of it. This type of eclipse is more common than a total eclipse but still fascinating to observe. If you were observing the sky through special glasses, you might see a crescent-shaped sun because the Moon is blocking only a portion of it. By the way, why do you think we need special glasses to observe a solar eclipse safely? It is because special glasses are necessary to observe a solar eclipse safely because they are designed to block harmful ultraviolet, visible, and infrared radiation emitted by the Sun. Without them, looking directly at the Sun during an eclipse can cause severe eye damage, including permanent blindness. An annular solar eclipse happens when the Moon is farther away from Earth in its elliptical orbit. Because the Moon appears smaller, it does not completely cover the Sun, leaving a ring of fire around the edges. This is a spectacular sight and occurs because the Moon's orbit is elliptical, meaning it's sometimes closer and sometimes farther from Earth. In fact, on June 10, 2021, parts of Canada and Russia saw an annular solar eclipse, where the Sun appeared as a bright ring surrounding the dark disk of the Moon. Now, let's delve into lunar eclipses, the mesmerizing celestial events that occur when the Earth, Sun, and Moon align in a spectacular dance of shadows. A lunar eclipse unfolds when the Earth positions itself directly between the Sun and the Moon, casting its shadow over the lunar surface. There are three primary types of lunar eclipses: total, partial, and penumbral. During a total lunar eclipse, the Earth's shadow completely engulfs the Moon, cloaking it in an eerie, coppery glow. This captivating phenomenon is often referred to as a blood moon, owing to the reddish tint it takes on. The captivating hue is a result of the Earth's atmosphere scattering sunlight, allowing only red wavelengths to reach and illuminate the Moon. Picture this, you're gazing up at the night sky, and suddenly, the luminous orb of the moon begins to vanish, replaced by a stunning crimson orb. It's a sight that leaves observers spellbound, reminding us of the beauty and grandeur of the cosmos. Next, we have partial lunar eclipses, where only a portion of the moon enters the Earth's shadow, resulting in a gradual darkening of a segment of the lunar surface. While not as dramatic as a total eclipse, witnessing the moon's transformation as it traverses the Earth's shadow is a sight to behold. On November 19, 2021, stargazers around the world were treated to the spectacle of a partial lunar eclipse, offering a glimpse of the moon adorned in shadow, a celestial masterpiece suspended in the heavens. Lastly, we have penumbral lunar eclipses, where the moon drifts through the Earth's penumbral shadow, resulting in a subtle dimming of its brilliance. Unlike total or partial eclipses, penumbral eclipses are more discreet, often requiring a keen eye to discern the subtle changes in the moon's luminosity. Despite their understated nature, penumbral lunar eclipses offer astronomers and enthusiasts alike the opportunity to observe and study the interplay of celestial bodies, deepening our understanding of the cosmos. Alright, we've concluded our discussion on the various types of eclipses. Now, students, I'll be presenting some activities for you to engage with. Please prepare to participate in these tasks related to our topic on eclipses. Students, your task is to complete learning task number 3 by carefully reading a paragraph and selecting the appropriate words to fill in the provided sentences. You will receive a test paper for this activity, and you can begin answering once you have your answer sheet. For the application part of your assessment, the class will be divided into 8 groups using Raffles Random Team Generator application. Each group will be tasked to create and present a model depending on the assigned type of eclipse given. Kindly collaborate with your group mates. Good luck! Now for your assignment, your last activity for this lesson. I will jibe you an assignment. In a short bond paper, list down occurrences of solar and lunar eclipse in the Philippines. Identify the type of eclipse, include the date and time it occurred and provide pictures.